Welcome to episode 41. We didn't have any technical difficulties right before I hit the button. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
No scuff, never, not once.
Never. The scuff on this channel, absolutely not. It didn't come in my VTuber handbook.
What are you talking about? Scott?
Anyway, hello. Welcome to episode 41 of the Age of Titans. And as the title of the stream states, who's that pirate? As...
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy! It's Pikachu! Fuck! Last time, the festivities of the night ended with some very heartfelt words between some of our lovely characters, interrupted by a familiar-looking ginger pirate yelling out, telling them to quit making a scene and move their turtle so that others could get into the port. And so that is where we open up the scene today. It is late into the night. The moons are shining, reflecting the renewed light of the phoenix down upon the ocean. It is a beautiful and serene scene, undercut by a really angry who, mid-tirade, cuts off and... Damon?
Celeste?
By the gods, Damon Moon, is that you?
Damon Knight.
Or Damon Knight, sorry.
She
Sorry, she wouldn't have known. I looked at your character sheet on the Roll20. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Damon Knight, is that you?
Hey, wait.
Oh, now we don't hate the real one because she's British. What are you doing here?
What am I doing? I've been... Where have you been?
Everywhere? It's a long story. Have you been here the entire time?
Yeah, ever since someone spiked my drink and I missed out on the voyage, yeah.
We've got a lot to catch up on with Celeste.
We do. What's up with... Where's Radal's old ship? Why are you on a tiny Zaratan?
Well, the ship is at the bottom of the ocean, and this is our new means of travel.
Ooh, gee. I missed out on a lot, didn't I? Permission to come aboard? Is that still applicable here? The ship is an island?
Permission granted. Get over here.
Could I like make an insight check or perception or something? I have no trust for this woman at the moment.
So, what exactly are you trying to figure out?
I don't even know if Volko knows for sure. I think he's just like, is there any way I can tell that she's real? Is there any way I can tell that she's like fake or like, you know, the person that flew off?
Akko has a way to
Make me
Akko has
like-
a way to check if she's a shape changer.
Make me an Arcana check.
It's gonna move.
Wonderful.
Well, technically, isn't Akko like still asleep?
Was it 19?
Damn, 19 on the die. Volko, you guys have fought shape changers before. You've experienced this stuff. In fact, probably you more than most in your travels of dealing with Hadar's bullshit. And you don't think that she is. She's not really giving off that vibe. There's always something just a little bit too much about a shape changer, like a feature or something that they unconsciously try to focus too much on to make sure it's perfect and ends up too perfect. You know what I mean? And she looks ruggedly normal.
Okay. Well, while Celeste and Damon have
Parts
been having that. Oh,
from the
sorry. Go
two,
ahead.
apart from the two odd weapons that are on a belt over her chest, those are very magical. You can literally smell it. But other than that, no. She does not seem to be a shape changer of some any kind.
Yeah. While Celeste and Damon were talking, I think Volko was just like glaring at her, like looking her up and down, like just trying to analyze the situation. But kind of relaxes as the conversation goes on. I think Volko's also going to look at Damon and be like, should we move out of the dock area before we start letting people on the ship?
There's not a whole lot of people coming through this port, anyways. I doubt we're gonna see another ship, and it seems like she's coming aboard here, anyways.
So you say that, Damon, but you
Uh-oh.
you look up and you see that there's Celeste's ship, and then there's almost like a small fleet of
fleet.
uh, much smaller vessels. Think I don't have an example to hand, but like her ship is about the size of like the Ocean's Bounty, and then these are like probably like five or six, about like five, yeah, smaller kind of interceptor ships that all are flying at the same colors as her flag.
Oh. Someone's been busy.
Okay, yeah, Damien will have the Zeratin moved out of the way so they can get into port.
Absolutely. You guys shift over, and you can see that the crew on her ship is quite deft as they are able to do a tight circle around to re-meet on the other side of the Zeratan, letting the others through. They all head into the port and tie up and begin unloading. Rukar, with your, are you still on the deck, Rukar?
I imagine I'm on the deck because last I checked, I was still just floating right above the ground because of the drink.
Yeah. Rukar, with your vision, you can see that they're unloading crates on the dock.
Cool. Now I'm awake. Cool. Because I didn't know if Bukar would have been woken up by Damon like announcing anything or just.
If you're on the deck, you probably got woken up by Celeste yelling.
That is fair.
But yeah, she will climb up onto the. I think it's like a hop up onto the railing and jumps down onto the ship. Easily landing. Pretty smooth landing before walking up to you. Have you gotten taller?
I haven't grown in hundreds of years.
Are you sure? Because I could have sworn you used to be about 2 inches shorter.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Granted, I haven't taken a measure of my height in quite some time, but it's not very common for elves to grow past, a certain age, and I passed that age many, many years ago.
must be just the vibe then. You look a lot more confident.
Well, been through a lot more since you've seen me last. Surprisingly, at my age, there's still more I could see.
Oh, you and me both. Anyway. Huh. You'd be amazed what kind. Listen. Kay is having a stroke. You'd be amazed what sorts of things happen in even the smallest little communities.
A quick question: would Ricard, would Damon feeling like, would Ricard know the face of Celeste by this point? Like, would this face be familiar, even though it's a shapeshifter in the past?
Well, yeah, the shapeshifter
just-
did a perfect
Okay.
impression of her.
Okay, yeah. So Ricard would just butt in the conversation just to ask randomly, hi, Ricard. Chip. Look, not to make it. Quick question: what's your cousin's name?
My cousin.
Yeah.
Well, I got several cousins, but I imagine you're talking about Cheryl.
Cool. Cool. Give me a second, and then is Cheryl still above deck, or is she below deck in a room?
She's below deck. She definitely she was talking mad game about staying up late for the party, but fell asleep real quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Ricard quickly nods, and okay, cool. I'll be right back, and starts to go below deck, and leaves to go below deck to wake up Cheryl.
Well, first
If you
things
know-
first, Celeste. I think you deserve to know that I believe whoever spiked your drink and had you passed out, had you miss our voyage, joined us and impersonated you for quite some time. So,
Oh, I know. Fucking bitch is back on the island.
What?
she is?
Yeah, she's the governor's fucking secretary.
The what? Who the hell is the governor of this island?
Governor Maladai. He's a
Does that
thief.
ring a bell for...
You definitely would not have heard of Maladai. You might have heard of him in the barest passing. And it becomes very obvious as Celeste continues. He's barely a kid, but he's managed to get all the way to ruling the damn island. Sharp as a blade, but I don't know.
You're saying the creature that spiked your drink is now his secretary?
She always was his secretary. Apparently, that whole bullshit spiking me drink and taking my place on your ship was her idea of a well-earned vacation. And I'll be damned if I can get him to punish her for it and actually put her in the stocks like she deserves.
She... Okay, hold on. Conversing with the rest of the party, out of character for a second. She was, working for Cassandra, wasn't she?
No.
Or am I misremembering
The
that?
shapeshifter.
We might be misremembering because I don't know because she kind of left before I think we could get any information. She kind of
Yeah.
She-
I don't think we knew.
She made a comment about her master, but it was not Cassandra. Cassandra
We might
doesn't
be-
rule fiends.
We might have assumed Cassandra, but we never got an answer or asked. We might have heard of a like I said, we might have heard of a master, but we never really dug deeper than that.
Shit
Okay.
kind of hit the fan too fast for us to get a chance to interrogate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can do anything about that while we're here. But what are you leading a fleet of ships now? What is this?
Oh yeah. After I missed my chance to get on your ship and I ended up stranded on this fucking rock. Ended up, well... When she spiked my drink, she didn't exactly, Ariane Droy, that's her fucking name. Ari decided that it would be a right hoot to make sure that I couldn't tell nobody that she took my place and all that, so she decided she'd push me off a cliff. I got swept out to sea, picked up by some of these lads, and signed on with their ship, because what the fuck else was I gonna do?
Well, that's fine.
After about a couple weeks, Captain got killed, and everybody liked me, so put me in charge.
Isn't that always the way of things?
Couple more
That's
weeks.
on-
That's how it is when you
that's
don't
on the
work for the
promotion.
government anymore. Nice thing about not having a government. Go ahead. Couple more weeks, and well, heard about the fucker returning, so I tried to get Maladai to punish her proper, and when he wouldn't, and he started putting the thumb down on the old Pirates Guild, decided that was about enough. And he couldn't stop us all if we were all unified. So, and she makes like a grand gesture to the ship and all the other ships. Pirate Queen Celeste at your service, Captain Day.
Pirate
That's an
Queen.
awesome title.
It's been just a few months and you've become Pirate Queen. Now that's impressive.
I've got a winning personality.
You always did. Some bad news though.
Aye.
While what's her face was here impersonating you, she had a bit of a romance with somebody on board, and it's probably still a bit of a sore subject with them in particular.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll be honest, I don't know how she'll react to seeing the actual you. But I hope it's not too bad.
Good luck is all I'll say.
And who's this, Captain?
Oh, this is my second in command, Valko. After, well, the fake you left and I was lacking the first mate. Thankfully, Valko was willing to step up and take that place.
He nods to Celeste.
She gives you a nod back and kind of like looks you up and down, looking at your outfit, the staff. Eyes lock. Where is Black Razor?
I was about to say.
It's probably like on his hip or something.
Okay. Yeah, as she's like looking you up and down, like looking at like your muscles and all that kind of stuff. You know, hard person assessing other hard person. Eyes lock on swords. Oh, it's above. So it's real.
Unfortunately.
Huh. I'll be honest, I thought that was just a bit of drunk boasting at the...
Who?
Oh, there's always a little truth behind that sort of thing.
Some of Maladai's employees coming down and having a drink after their workday. Our guild house has the best alcohol in back. She whispers over to wait, no, Rico's not there anymore. Over to Valko. Yeah, his well, all of their uniforms, which bit of a shock when you see them. They're weird. Like I haven't seen anybody wearing those kinds of clothes before. But they've all got a little like metal trinket on the right near the neck, attached to their clothes. It looks a lot like the handle of that sword.
What do
Wait,
they
what?
know of Black Razor?
Well, they talk about their... Oh god, what was the term they used? Their CEO? Whatever the fuck that means. Talked about how it was his sword. The little trinket is meant to show that, they're his employees first and Maladai's second, or whatever. They'd like to complain about when he gives them orders that they don't like, but they're under contract.
Do you mean to imply that the sword,
He has a
Black Razor,
shard.
Hold on,
Is the
you guys are
leader?
talking at the same time. I need one person to talk, or else we're not going to hear either of you.
Rex, you
No,
first.
go ahead. Go ahead. No, go.
Do you mean to tell me that the sword Black Razor is their leader?
No. Like, it belongs to their boss.
Does he have a shard?
Do I know any about PM? Do I know anything about this person and this company?
You don't, personally, but you got somebody you could probably ask. A shard? What do you mean a shard?
Oh, you're not aware.
It's it's complicated. The sword, the hilt that they wear, the sword itself is shattered and fragmented into shards. It's not whole anymore.
Well, I don't know. I've only been into Maladai's office, like, once. I was mostly to bitch him out, but I didn't see no random jagged piece of metal in there. Just more banners with the image of the sword on it. And that one was all in one piece. So...
In his head, Volko is going to ask, Black Razor, like, do you sense any part of you nearby?
No. Yes.
Yes.
But not in the direction you'd like.
In what direction would that be?
You should dock at the
Oh my.
like.
Is it out in the ocean? He'll look out to the sea.
And getting closer.
Oh. Oh no.
Out loud, with no context, Volko is just going to say, "We need to get on the island now."
Is it Croc?
Do I see anything?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
I would also like to look out to see if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Really? Really?
Bucko, you see nothing. Oh my god.
It's
yes.
dark. It's dark. It's nighttime still.
What a time for the watchful eyes to be under the deck.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Hey, Damon. You think you see a wave, but that's not a wave.
Oh gosh.
It's still a ways out. But, like, it's close enough that you can see it.
We don't need Croc trying to eat our new turtle.
Croc.
Okay.
Like,
What was
the
was that?
Croc? What do you mean?
Yes. So you know how Croc manifests every year to hunt the Leviathan?
Yes, I know he's out hunting everything right now. Are you saying you see him?
I believe it's him. It's not the first time we've seen him.
Look, now's not the time
she
to
turns-
debate. Let's get going.
She turns around and lets out an ear-splitting whistle with a distinctive 3-note pattern, and her ship fucking explodes into action. See you on the island! And she sprints, catches a line thrown by her mate, and climbs back up as she begins to head towards the island.
All right. Akko's on deck, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Akko, you probably got the most experience piloting the Zaratan. So, you get us to shore. Like now. Like right fucking now.
Volko's gonna run below deck and like wake everybody up and get people moving.
Alright. I
You'll
had
probably see Wukar already he was about he was getting Cheryl to go up to meet Celeste by the time you rush down to warn everyone.
Hey, team.
But like as soon as he meets Yulon, he probably just starts carrying Cheryl with Legend following behind. And where does Gil sleep? Does Gil sleep like within the same room as Celeste, like somewhere? Because like he's just
No, Gil actually, there's like a hole, like, you know, like in an ant nest that like Gil just sleeps in. Like it's just about big enough for his body to go into, and that's about it.
is that like a separate room somewhere?
It's like you're walking down the hallway, you look to the left. That's not a window, that's Gil.
Yeah, he
doesn't have the same room either. When he decides he's tired, he makes a hole and goes to sleep.
amazing.
Yeah, Volko will pass Abeline's door and like bang on it a couple times with like, get up, we're going on land now.
What? Wait, what's going on?
Crocs offshore. Get moving.
Shit.
They were busy, were saying something.
To Damon, how far off is it?
How far off is it?
To the island?
To Croc.
Oh,
Uh,
to Croc. Maybe like a mile.
I will let Biz know that.
Oh boy.
I like to think that below deck now, Wukar and Valko are just staring at Gil and just like, how are we gonna get to not only get out but like understand the situation? Like we understand him, but we can't really.
Gil awakens and looks at you, kind of click, gets out, and is already brandishing his weapons.
Not fighting, running.
Danger approaching, big danger, off the ship.
Big.
Very big danger, yeah.
Big danger, big predator.
Make.
Yeah, this is like what I would.
Make me an either an intelligence or a wisdom check.
Doesn't Gil actually speak?
I'm higher with wisdom, so it's just flat
Both
wisdom.
of us, or
Whoever's trying to convince Gil of the
Our
situation.
19.
both are.
A 19, okay.
Wow.
A 23, okay. Yeah, okay. Gil seems to understand the situation. Puts away two of his weapons and holds his hands out for Cheryl.
Yep, Wukar will pass Cheryl to him. And I assume Legend will crawl on Gil's back at this point.
Legend is too big to crawl onto Gil's back. He's getting about the size of like a Bernese mountain dog.
Oh god.
Volko's just gonna pat his head and be like, "Come on, bud, we're going."
You don't have to bend down to pat his head.
I know.
So, yeah. He's big.
Big boy.
They will run up to the top and find like a good place to It's not a ship. There's no sails for Gil to tend anymore. So he kind of just hunkers down somewhere with Cheryl. So, Akko.
Sure.
Yeah, you're moving the ship. Where
Me
exactly are you moving the ship? What do you have in the Zaratan?
to the dock.
As
I'm
you get the Zaratan to start moving,
speeding
what's
it up to the dock.
Absolutely. You get the
And
Zaratan
speeding
moving.
it up to the dock.
You get the Zaratan moving. It is moving. There's no space at the docks.
Hmm.
That's true.
What is the
Slush.
closest?
Is there anywhere else to go?
What is the closest cove that we can park our boy in?
There are no coves.
Safely.
But, Damon,
Yep.
you're thinking, where else can we go? This is a rock elemental. And that island is a solid lava rock. It might be able to climb it.
All right. Sure. Yep.
The
Akko.
turtle would- the turtle would flip
I
over.
can't find any. I can't find any space in the water.
Climb onto the rocks, Akko.
Oh.
It's a turtle. It can do that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Immediately, like dashes onto.
I'm interested to see how a sea turtle with flippers will be able to climb.
I'm glad
Like
you
a regular
asked.
turtle.
Yay!
I'm glad you asked, because it doesn't. Akko, you are sending... I just heard Reese laugh from the Akko, you are sending the turtle towards the island. It is going very fast, and just for a moment you think, wait a minute, that's a really sheer wall? Maybe I should slow down before I go to climb. But the turtle is still speeding up. And
Wait.
you all
wait,
brace
slow.
for impact as it looks like you're about to collide with the cliff face before the turtle seamlessly transitions from swimming in water to swimming through rock.
Oh! Multi-terrain turtle.
As it literally looks like it melts into the side of the island with a small empty pocket of space just above you, keeping you all safe before it emerges onto the barren rock of Bastion.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is not normal
For a
Zaratan
moment,
behavior.
Akko is like stunned for a second, and then letting go to let the turtle do its thing, and just goes, "Oh, hells yes!"
Akko, the last thing that you feel from the turtle is a feeling of relief as you get the sense there's been something a little off about the turtle that you haven't really recognized what was wrong for a while until you all, coming out of the adrenaline of that, hear a massive stone grinding noise and look over to see the Zaratan dip its head and take a massive bite out of the rock. It was very hungry.
Like,
It is a baby. It makes
Aw.
sense.
yeah, I was about to put my hand on the. Just go. Are you hungry? Are you? You can eat. I'm pretty sure volcanic rock is a lot of nutrients for you. Go.
It is almost hard to hear yourself think over the sound, the like excavator like sound of it crunching through rock. Luckily, it's not granite or anything like that, so it's not like a struggle to bite through. But the volcanic rock does make a lot of noise as it chews and swallows.
This volcanic rock is like obsidian, right?
I think there is obsidian in there, but also, oh god, what's the really like the porous kind of soft rock?
Pumice?
Pumice, thank you. A lot of it's pumice. And as it eats, you can see that sections of it start to change color as it incorporates the new rock into its body.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Well, at least it seems to be enjoying itself. Shall we get everyone off so the Zaratan can eat in peace?
Yes. We'll
Oh,
come
yeah.
back to it later.
All right, Volko, start shuffling people off the Zaratan.
Absolutely. Where is your team? There it is. And I will now introduce you all. Sebastian.
Yay!
You, as
Whoa.
I know, right? This is the first time I've made a map in forever.
Rainy Anna is
I like
storming the
it.
party
Is
crypt
it
with
just
4
me, or
crusaders.
was Bastion hotter than last time we were here?
Hello, Rin. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. But yeah, this map was made on Incarnate. Incarnate doesn't sponsor me, but is also really cool. So, as you all get off the Zaratans, merrily crunching away, you, Rukar, you get almost like a headache as the continuity errors in your brain remanifest, and you realize that no, absolutely not. This is what Bastion's always been like. Shut up. Don't worry about it. I totally didn't underdevelop the Bastion like 2 years ago, and then forget everything that I did with it and just remake it.
He
Oh,
just look at the
God,
volcano,
God.
he just stand at the volcano, just like, is that always there? Am I going crazy? Nah, I'm going crazy. It was
It's always
there.
been
Really?
there.
What? Really?
Rukar, it's always been like this. Didn't
Yeah.
you notice?
You are met with the sight of an almost flat plain of obsidian and pumice, the result of thousands of eruptions from the volcano, which now almost sits flush with the ground around it. Ahead of you, you can see you can see a small city built out of dark black rock and most likely imported kind of like a tan tiling, so there's a little bit of color and people can see what the fuck they're doing. On the side of the city that you have found yourselves, you can see that there is a moderately sized church and graveyard. All of the graves above ground in kind of tombs, as digging graves in rock is not exactly very easy. You also see what looks to be a market square, and just various homes, small businesses, everything from a cobbler to a candle maker, minor blacksmiths and leather workers doing they're making everyday products for the common worker, things like that. In the distance to the west, you can see a feature that you remember from last time. Where are my notes about this? Have my notes for this fucking disappeared? God damn it. Anyway, to the west you see I think it would be a marsh, an artificially made marsh with even trees that grow ashy, the same ashy color as the landscape, where you met the lizard folk brothers and Celeste. Cheryl. I keep fucking the two of them up now. Celeste is back. Where you met Cheryl, Gil, and the Lizard Brothers. And lastly, you can see the Magic University that you guys made a token effort to get into before getting dragged into Cheryl's nonsense, and its shield. its magical shield, as well as the magical shield covering our city.
Should we disguise Cheryl? Because she was, like, in trouble the last time we were here.
Not just Cheryl, but also Gil, because he was the object for the hunt.
Oh, right.
Because they thought he was a demon.
I don't suppose we'd luck out and they'd just entirely forget about Gil, would they?
It hasn't been that long.
Even if they don't know the guy, he still looks unlike anything they've ever seen, and if they believe he's gonna be a demon, they're gonna see him as a demon. It's not like the guy can actually speak for himself and have people understand what he's saying.
Gil does share a similar appearance to some demons.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, you feel something wrong, and you all look and see Croc emerge from the water. Like a torpedo launching himself at the island, before his teeth clamp down on the massive arcane shield.
Yeah, I was about to say, Croc the crocodile could just crawl up on land if it wasn't for that shield.
Oh, yeah.
You can almost hear the strain of the magic fighting against Croc. And I need everybody to make me a con save.
Yay, con save. Hooray, 5.
I'm so good at con saves.
16.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt.
Oh, I'm so good at con saves, guys.
Let's go.
Look at all those double digits.
Look
Look at all
at
them chickens.
all those chickens.
And Drex?
Don't jinx it for me.
Jinx it.
It's loading.
Fine, you'll be fine. Yeah, you're fine. I'm the only one that's not double digits.
Rukar, Aveline, and Drex. All 6 of you feel this, but the 3 of you are especially hit by it. In fact, you 3 collapse to the ground as you all feel a strain on your bodies. And in fact, the 3 of you that are still standing, you can see that every single member of your crew is feeling this as well as the people that you can see on the streets of the city. Once Croc stops biting and turns back into the water, the strain eases, and you find that you can stand once again.
Oh, that felt like a blessing.
My God.
It felt like an elephant was sitting on my back.
Damn alligator.
What does he want?
I felt like casted. I felt like that was 3 constant.
Drex,
What
we're
was
losing
that?
you a little bit.
Oh. Oh god damn it! Yeah, that's how bad alcohol has it.
It's cutting in and out.
And eat your Wi-Fi connection.
Valko did share with the group that Croc supposedly had a shard of Black Razor with him, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So Ruka would definitely make like I don't know, maybe like a ray-fueled hunger. I don't think he's doing anything. I think he's just angry and hungry.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And he did he look like he was there for a purpose, or did he look like he's just like a savage animal just trying to get food? From what he could have seen.
Make me an insight check. Or an animal
Okay.
handling check, your choice.
Can I
Which
also make
one
an
am I-
insight check for the same thing?
This is with a
Yeah, which one am I better in? Animal handling or insight? Definitely insight. 15. Damn.
Yeah, so Rukar, you definitely think that was like pure hunger. Balko. He was looking at you.
Yeah, that
I
makes
had
sense.
a feeling.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Damon,
31.
you-
Jesus.
Damon, you could see the shard of Black Razor in Croc's eye as as he stared directly at the person next to you. It seems to be burning, red hot.
It's Black Razor.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Crocs come for Black Razor. But why now? What's... Has Black Razor said anything out of the ordinary to you lately?
I don't think so. I genuinely can't remember. But I don't think so.
Like I think the most I think Valko Hood was just they like appears to be a fast potion. We need to get on land now.
Yeah, it was nothing pertaining to.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think Wukar would definitely bring up because I don't think they ever brought it up to Damon that that he might just bring up speak up and say if he comes for Black Razor, it might just have detected it and just wanted to be whole. Because we passed by a giant bone, like a bone giant. When we passed by the what were they called? The bone
The Bone
Isles?
Isles. Yeah, the Bone Giant and the
Bone
Bone
Isles.
Isles, you know, I'm
When
very
we passed
creative.
by when we passed by the bone giant and the bone isle, it turned to look at us because as we passed by.
I thought it was
It's
looking at
soft.
me then too.
It might have just detected. It might have just detected the hilt, and it now just wants to be whole.
I think they're
It's
drawn
very-
to each other.
It's very concerning that the shard of Black Razor is powerful enough to influence something as strong as Croc.
I told you they had fragments of my mind. That's why I wasn't entirely coherent the first time
So they're all just working off instinct.
It's concerning.
Instinct in a decade of being fragmented.
Only a decade.
Or, sorry, century.
Oh.
Meant to say
Wait,
century. I had another zero on there.
Black Razor was having a moment.
Is Black Razor speaking out loud?
His
or,
mind still isn't whole. He doesn't know how to do math yet.
Black
Sorry,
Razor speaking out loud with the party, or would he be mentally relaying this to Valko?
he is speaking out loud. Yeah, apologies, my mind isn't whole. I meant to say 520s of years.
520s.
Yes,
I
Black
guess.
Razor is now French.
Is that also what happened with the bone giant? It just felt you nearby. He's saying that he's asking it to Black Razor.
If your brain was cracked into 4 pieces and left to go insane for as wouldn't you want to fix it?
Excuse me.
Fair, I guess.
Oh,
It's almost bad as... Never mind.
That's foreboding.
Well, we're lucky the shield's held up.
I think at this point, Rukar finally notices that we were in fact under the shield. He thought he was like on the outskirts the whole time.
No, you guys put the position of the Zaratan is accurate. You guys are kind of right next to the town there.
Okay.
Let's see about getting a disguise for Cheryl and Gil and find an inn.
We'll have them heading back on the Zaratan now that it's in a more secure
That isn't-
place.
Yeah, that is an option. Though I'm not sure how comfortable I feel leaving them alone with the Zaratan. People will probably come looking at it.
Yeah,
Not
that's
like this is exactly common. We'll go look at the spellcasters, so like Aveline and Akko and stuff. Just like, do any of you know disguise magics?
used to. Not much anymore.
That is a good question.
I can make someone invisible.
I could polymorph one of you.
Emma, I think you came off really quiet. Could you say that again?
I used to. Not so much anymore.
I don't know much about disguise magics myself.
Do any of you want?
Polymorph might work well for Gil for the time being, if they're okay with it. Because then once we're in an inn, it should be okay to
I could
let the
stare.
spell drop.
I
I
know.
could stare back at you and recover.
Yes, Sharon.
I know the magic. I can do it. Hold on. And Cheryl will say a couple quick words and kind of flick herself in the forehead and cast Disguise Self on herself, making her look a lot more like she's still herself, but she looks a lot more like, for lack of a better term, more like a younger Aveline.
That will work.
Ah, a new sister.
Well, imitation is the best form of flattery.
I love it.
That's cool. What about him? And he points to Gil. Or I think he's still holding out. Who is still holding Cheryl in his arms?
Akko turns to not Tinwi, Valko and Rukar, and just goes, could either of you ask what he would rather look like?
The Volko exchanges a look with Rukar, like, you can
I'm sorry,
try.
I missed it. What was that? Like, I missed it totally. What was it?
I'm gonna
Like, what Gil
polymorph
would
him, but,
prefer.
yeah. I would rather not turn him into something he wouldn't be comfortable with.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
He wants to be a cat.
Oh,
Wait, Cheryl,
then.
do you understand Gil?
Oh, I've been polymorphing him.
You have.
It
I mean, to
gets
be fair,
boring when you guys go off and do stuff and leave me alone on the ship.
That is fair. And also, you know
Oh.
Gil more than any of us, so... That is fair.
He has reacted positively to being a cat. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Guess if
Akko is
he's
going
okay
to
with it.
polymorph him into. You know what? He's going to be a tabby orange one. Tabby orange cat.
Absolutely. Gil does not resist the spell, and is now a orange cat.
Cool. And I'm going to turn on the dragon form just in case, because it is a concentration spell. I do not want to suddenly poof Gil into the middle of the city.
So, okay. Remind me what the wings that you sprout look like.
They are kind of.
God damn it, every
Tasman.
single time we lose him.
I mean, it's in the description. It's
original?
phantasmal in meaning it's not like. Yeah, it's kind of like transparent, but the lines of it are completely like lines of light. It's very like.
So, you've got glowing constellation wings just coming out of your back.
Yes.
Good to know. Alright.
I imagine any noise that Gil makes as a cat, whether it be purring or meowing, is still the clicking noises of his usual self rather than like actual cat noises. That's in my head.
You see Orange Cat Gil open his mouth like he's gonna meow, but there's no sound. The two monks can smell some kind of pheromone odor coming from Gil, and you can tell that he's saying hungry.
Okay.
Oh.
And you get the feeling that it is sarcastic, like he's getting into character.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I was about to say that the clicks are like the noises that cat makes when they see birds through the window. Just like a.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, just taking a moment, Ricard gonna like just look around to see if he can just spot Celeste anywhere nearby, because you know she's just practically vanished. Well, he wasn't above ground. He wasn't above ground when they departed from the ship.
So make me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
This will be a high difficulty because of the nature, but you'll probably make it.
28.
Oh, easily. So you can just barely see through like the perfect alignment of like alleyways. Way over here is the giant kind of like oh god, what's it called? I'm blanking on the word. It's like a cart that is moved by running along like a wire cable. It's a cable car. You can see on the cable car that moves between the dock and the much higher up cliff face of the city. Celeste and a couple of her crewmates get off and make their way into the town.
Ricard will like walk up and get close to Damon, just to like whisper to him. I saw Celeste walk into town. Did you want to meet up with her?
As you're looking at her, she looks directly back at you and winks.
No, Mike, she knows.
Yeah, we're not hiding from her.
I'm not whispering for her. She looks back at Apple.
I figured. Okay, well, first things first, we need to secure lodging, and then I can meet up with Celeste, talk to her about whatever's going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we need somewhere to be able to lay low. Is it the Ashy Mermaid that's the inn/tavern, or
Yep.
are we looking? Okay.
Yep, the Ashy Mermaid is the inn. It's got rooms available and food and drink and all that. There is also the other more tavern, less inn, is the Pirates Guild, which if you just want to go and drink and eat some basic but tasty food, you can go there. But if you want like a more normal D&D tavern experience, it's the Ashy Mermaid.
Alright. Okie dokie. Well, I think we'll make our way there and try and set up those who need to lay low with the run rooms, so they have somewhere to, lay low. The rest of us are able to go out and do things.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You're able to, walking through the town, you're able to get rooms at the Ashy Mermaid for, like the goblins and the lizards want to kind of stay on the Zaratan. They don't really want to go into town, but some of your more
Yeah, we gotta get one of the looking for the arm. I keep forgetting about that. We gotta get him an arm.
Varys kind of like I can watch over young Miss Cheryl for you, Captain, if you like. I'm sure we have a nice stay at the tavern.
Okay, I appreciate that.
And I can't believe this guy's. I still haven't put him into the fucking NPC list because I just named a pirate sheet. Zorn, that's his name. Good old Zorn. The three of them all kind of head over to the inn, and like, you guys have so much money just on hand at this point. You don't have to worry about like in prices. But yeah, so they get settled in, and you are free to go about the town. Go hang out at the inn yourself if you wish. You know a couple places, like big notable things. There is the Merchant Square, where like a lot of the locals will sell their wares and their stuff there. But it's also where the local quote unquote priest of Garvon is. Priest of Garvon just means extreme capitalist. There's the yeah, a typical priest of Garvon is almost indistinguishable from like an auctioneer. And yeah, their temples are usually the like wherever people
Pawn shops.
Yeah, essentially pawn shops. Like they're always like they're never in a church or anything like that. They're always in like the market square or with the merchants guild or whatever. But yeah, then there's the pirates guild with big quotation marks around guild. The most prominent blacksmith, the person that would be making equipment for adventurers and not nails and shit. The Church of Rebirth, the local temple to the Pantheon, Raymond and Adriana University, the Magic School, and the Governor's Fortress. Which... Apologies.
You're good.
Which is... It is walled, but it's less like a castle and more like a bureaucratic center with defenses. So that if the town were ever attacked, there's there's two places you can fall back to: the Governor's Fortress and the University. There's no like a castle in the middle. It's like the DMV in there. Imagine if the DMV was protected by ballistae, and that's what the Governor's Fortress is.
Jesus. Sounds horribly boring.
Oh. Oh, yes. In fact,
Horribly boring.
as you are walking through town, you notice some of the governor's employees. Now, very, very important question. Is there anybody here that without having to cast a spell or activate a feature, is there anybody that innately can see through shapeshifting or disguise magic?
Yes.
No.
I have a gem of seeing. All I'd have to do is spend an action to activate it.
So that is the important part, is that it requires an action. There are some things like warlock invocations that make it innate. So what you all see as you're walking is you see a group of people that the characters, you all note that their dress is very odd compared to what you're used to seeing. The players would very much recognize their attire and general demeanor as a group of basically businessmen taking a break. These guys are wearing tailored suits.
Oh, gross.
Ew!
Like imagine
Ew.
imagine every anime where it's like a group of office workers gets off the job. That's what this group of people looks like.
If you're in a fantasy setting and you could wear whatever you want and you decide to wear a tailored suit, there's
Office
something
workers.
wrong with you.
They are in fact office workers. There's a dress code in the governor's bureaucracy. But you do also note that on their right lapel is in fact a enamel pin in the exact shape and style of Black Razor.
Oh.
I think Volko is gonna cover Black Razor with his coat.
It's a good idea.
That seems yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that does seem like a very, very good thing to do. Volko. But apart from these guys, everybody else in the town is exactly what you would expect. They're wearing, tunics and fucking homemade long skirts and shit like that. You get the occasional person who's wearing.
Can't believe we have Jeff Bezos goons.
You get the occasional person that's wearing like you know, a little bit something a little bit more fantastical that they probably saw like an adventurer wear and decided to model an outfit after them. But for the most part, yeah, your classic fantasy city. There are a lot of pirates. There are a lot of pirates just kind of milling about and part of the crowd, you know. Nobody's really causing any trouble, but yeah, probably like a quarter of the people that you see are sailors of ill repute.
We've all been there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go to the merchant square? And I want directly in the middle. And I just want to start pointing at people.
Oh god.
Oh god.
What are you
And-
doing?
What is she doing?
Matchmaking them. Based on vibes.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Make me. Okay. Okay, first off, make me. Let's say. Make me a charisma. You can choose any charisma based skill, so that it's easier to roll it. But make a charisma check with proficiency, essentially. So you can choose any charisma skill that you're proficient in. But
Any charisma skill I'm proficient in, okay?
yes,
Any?
yes. 23. Absolutely. And in fact,
She's
performance
like-
probably works best for this anyway.
She's like up there singing. She's like, and you there with the red hair, along with that one. I don't know, the one with the weird tongue. You.
I was about to say, I could totally see everyone say, hey, you, I know that you like them. And you point to the other person.
I need you two to work together and make a song. Absolutely. Yeah, let me take a look at your sheet.
So, I'm I have 3 points of inspiration. I'm ever so slightly tempted to use one to see if I can roll even higher.
You
Like
can certainly try.
Like, I'm not going, but like that was a thought that did in fact cross me.
So with a 23, you feel like throughout, you know, let's say an hour, you just hang out here at the Market Square. You feel completed, like you have achieved a major goal for yourself as you gain 3 more points on your piety.
Did you add already, or do I need to do it?
I just added it. You are now at 10.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
I realized I never gave you the original bonus from Devotee. So now I'm going to give you ones for Devotee and Votary. So first off, as a very hard challenge of attempting to become a deity through the crow means, each stage is going to give you a +1 to all of your stats.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
Whoa.
God.
Wow, fucking
Does that mean
Can I start doing that?
I have a 20. I have a 24 in charisma right now, right?
Yes.
What?
But remember that if you can go back on this track and you can lose them.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta go fix all this shit.
Jesus.
Hold on, I gotta pick up my jaw.
24
It's on the floor
charisma.
right now.
Yes.
Nice.
With a possible max
I have
of 26.
I have a 14 in intelligence now, guys. I can make smart decisions.
Yeah, smarter than Wukar, that's for sure.
Smarter
It's
than
wisdom
me.
for decisions.
Now, the
I also
reason...
Hold on.
Oh.
The reason why
great.
I'm doing this, some might ask, is because I'll remind you of the method by which the crow tests whether someone is capable of divinity
Oh yeah.
by forcing them to
Oh,
make
that's
all
true.
6 saving throws. And if you fail too many of them, you will die. If you fail more than 2 of them, I think it's even if you fail just straight up 2 of them,
Yeah, if
they're
you fail
high
two of them, you
DCs.
die.
No, if you fail too many of them, you die. If you do not make at least 4 of them, then you do not gain the spell slot required to become divine. It might even be 5. I don't remember. I'd have to look at its sheet again. But yeah, that is why I am doing this. And again, if Aveline were to attempt to make this same check in the future and roll below the DC that I'm going to keep secret, she would lose points in this piety, thus losing all these bonuses to her stats.
So, quick stat check for everyone. Quick stat check for you, chat. I no longer have any negative stats. I have an 11, a 20, a 14, a 10, and a 24.
Oh my god.
Goddamn.
Jesus Christ.
If anybody else wishes to become divine, these same bonuses would be available to you.
No.
I'm tempted.
Oh my god.
Ricard becomes God of Punch.
Volko head in hands watching all of their
Lucar becomes the god of the wind and just becomes fucking like jumps on dexterity. Can you imagine how
There's
bad-
already a
God of
god.
punching. Does that mean he would gain piety by teaching other people how to punch correctly?
No, he gains piety every time he gets you guys to freak out over how easily he just one-shot somebody.
You know
Oh,
what?
well, to be fair, that's kind of cheating because he's using a belt to really augment his strength.
Rukar Saitama.
Listen, if godly strength is not available to you or wasn't given to you at birth, store-bought works just fine.
Fair enough. I don't think Rukar had any interest in becoming a god.
Like,
Yeah,
Listen.
I don't think Damon does either.
Aveline's
Guys.
playing her instruments in order to you know, like, performance checks. Is that cheating? No.
Guys, this is fucking.
Rukar is just using his guns.
Oh, don't forget
Can
to
Akko,
update your health as well if you haven't.
I did. I'm at 160.
Oh man.
can Akko in for the upper people and become the god of autism in Yulon?
You know, that reminds me, I still have to kill Akko.
Oh.
I don't remember what you did, but you did something last week, and I have to kill you. Just like
What
I
do
have
you
to
mean
kill
last
Biz.
week?
Well, it's Biz this week, it was you last week.
What did I do last week?
I don't remember, but I remember announcing it in chat. Anyway, Emma, you wanted something to say.
Really quickly, at the end of the hour, she stands up on the podium and she says, "And if you need to reach me, my next matchmaking session will be in 3 hours at the Pirates, it will be in the Pirates Guild." She doesn't say the 3 hours part. It will be in the Pirates Guild. But I need a stone, and she takes out the sending stone, and she'll affix it to the center of the market square. You need only touch it, and pray to me, and perhaps I will match. Thank you and good night.
There's a couple people that look at you like, what the fuck is she talking about? But there are plenty of others that saw, like, there was especially with that 23, there was like 2 people in this town who people have been saying, man, they need to just accept it and get together for years. And after your song, she finally asked him out. And so after seeing that literal miracle, a bunch of you think a bunch of them are like on board.
Sweet. She's gonna start walking over to the Pirates Guild. Same fucking thing.
You've only been here an hour and she's already doing this.
If you want. What are you gonna do about it?
Aveline. You open the doors to the Pirates Guild. And you see a familiar face.
Oh no!
I had a feeling
Here
that
we
was coming.
go.
You see a very familiar ginger woman standing on top of a table, facing off against this like really big muscular dude in a drinking competition.
Oh.
Oh.
I think she just, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh, no.
I think,
As she finishes off her drink, still standing completely fine. Meanwhile, the guy across from her is like visibly swaying. She turns to you and says, "Well, I don't know who you think you are, but this is my guild."
She's gonna walk over and push the pirate who's swaying aside and just. Wait,
Waiting.
poke Celeste on the forehead. Are you real?
If you're asking whether I'm that bitch succubus, I'm not.
Oh. Well, hi, I'm Aveline. Nice to.
I think you cut off at the end there, Emma.
Well, I've met you, kind of, sort of. Damon's told me a lot about you. I've seen a lot. I mean, I've seen a lot of
You're the one that absolute trollop got with while she was disguised as me, aren't you?
Yes, but it doesn't. I'm married now, so I guess that. Do you mind if I just do some? Can I? Aveline reaches over, and there's like a server walking behind her. She just grabs a pitcher full of beer, slams it back, and she's just. I'm gonna try this again. I'm Aveline. Yes, that trollop. I would very much like to slap her. And maybe ring her. I'm not 100%. Damon's had several talks with me about, like, the use of physical violence. And I need to be a leader. And I'm not really sure where to draw the line when it comes to things like that. In any case, would you mind if I did just a little bit of, like, matchmaking and in your guild?
You referring to like when you said wring her neck, just you and me both, dearie. Unfortunately, she's kind of behind in the governor's protection right now. But if you want to work together and get a little bit of revenge, apologies. If you want to work together and get a little bit of payback, you just let know.
I would love to.
But most importantly, and she'll put a hand on your shoulder and get real serious, I am very sorry for what you had to go through because of her. I know we haven't exactly really met, but if you need somebody to talk to about it, you let me know, okay?
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyway, if what you're saying is what I think you're saying, I think you should pay attention to those two over there. Marcus has been having his eye on Richie for a little while now, but they're both too nervous to say anything to each other. Who knew that men that big could be so weak when they're, got their eye on somebody? Working magic.
I do. Listen. Apparently,
People.
Iris, you are fine. I'm right here, honey. It's okay. Mike apparently has developed separation anxiety. When she can see me, it's okay. Anyway, you'd be surprised at the number of people on my ship that have needed a strong hand. Although Damon says that that's meddling and I shouldn't do it. And not my business.
Oh, you have to tell me the gossip later.
I will. Do you mind? Just 1 second. And she's gonna walk over to the two people that Cheryl pointed out, or Celeste pointed out, and just slap them on the shoulder and just go, "Can I interest you boys in a little story about how I see this relationship working out?" And then she goes into explicit detail on the wedding of their dreams.
She just reads their minds and knows.
Make me a charisma check.
I have to wonder, did any of the group follow
Wait,
her into the
charisma?
Pirates Guild?
Yeah, make me another performance check for sake of stats.
I have to wonder, did anyone from the group follow her into the Pirates Guild?
Did anybody follow Aveline? Because Aveline. So, cards on the table. I don't know if you're still feeling a bit off, Emma, but I'm letting Emma kind of take the reins in case she needs to step out.
I got some salty snacks and some water, so I'm feeling a little bit better. But I just had like a full disclosure. I had a little bit of like a flare up last night, so I'm a little sleepy. So.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, did anybody follow Aveline into the guild hall?
Damon wasn't going to follow her, but Damon was going to be making his way there.
I think Volko wanted to.
Eventually.
Oh my god.
Volko's probably following along, yeah.
So the
And
two of you are.
I am-
Sorry, go on.
Do I have to decide to use my inspiration points before or after? Tell me if it succeeds.
You can choose to use it after I tell you whether it fails or not.
Okay.
But before that, real quick. So yeah, Volko and Damon, y'all were just like kind of sitting here. Like you walked into the guild hall, Celeste was busy. And we're waiting. Aveline bursts in and that happens. However, a 19 is good enough.
Okay, cool.
And like literally by the end of your like description of this wedding, you see that both of them are like sweating profusely in nervousness, and you have to wonder for a second what that means when Marcus pulls something out of his pocket. What did I say the other guy's name was? It was Marcus and Richie, thank you. They both pull something out of their pocket without realizing that the other one's doing this, and they both go to hand each other this object. Pause, get even more nervous, and then they do hand them over, and they're each their own bandanas. And you realize that they were both trying to work up the nerve to do this before you walked over.
So can I connect you?
What the fuck?
Can I connect you with the wedding planner?
Are you the wedding planner?
Is
My
it her?
services, I services 100%.
My mama always said that you should be with someone for a while before you rush into marriage. We it only started right now to, we shouldn't be that fast, right?
No.
Yeah, no, wait, maybe in the future?
You both do know that you guys like each other, right? Like this is
But it's so...
the future in which you love each other, and it's fine. Like, you don't have to get married right away. I'm just saying, like, when you do get married, because it's a wedding, not an. I
Akko's
love-
Aveline sense is going off now.
If you don't choose me, that's fine. I'll be a little hurt, but that's fine. I will draw those wedding plans that I have for you, and I will have them delivered to you by Crow. Somehow, I'll get them to you through Cheryl.
Hey Emma, I'm gonna DM you something real quick.
Oh god.
While that's going on, Volko's gonna lean over to Damon and just
I'm
mutter,
concerned.
"Have you noticed he has a scary knack for that?"
I do have a scary knack for. No, I'm kidding.
Knack for what?
She seems to keep setting people up with each other. And it keeps working out for her.
Well, it is something that she's put a lot of thought and time into trying to be good at. So, if she wasn't at least somewhat good at it, it would be a bit. I think that would be a bit more surprising rather than the other way around.
Hey, Valko.
Hey. What's up?
Nothing.
No, I didn't hear what you said. All you said was, "Hey, Volko," and the mic cut off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
What I said, hey, Valko. I'm sorry.
As you mentioned the idea of by Crow, you hold your horses. Hold your horses.
Hold on.
Okay, oh my god, here comes the camera feed.
1 second. 1 second. You want me to hold my horses?
She's got a horse?
Peter,
I mean,
the horse is here.
Peter, the horse is here.
For context, chat, Emma's turned on her camera. Oh, okay, Squishmallow.
Ah.
So,
It's a unicorn.
as you mentioned the idea of sending by Crow, you see a tiny little speck of shadow manifest next to you and takes the form of a little raven.
Does anybody else see that? Like, can Damon and Volko see that from where they're sitting?
See, kind of. All you know is that Aveline has a raven. Of course Aveline has a raven. It's Aveline's messenger raven. Aveline's always had it. And upon any inspection, it would obviously show up as a normal mundane raven that happens to be able to fly to any point across the planet to deliver messages. It's a messenger raven. That's what they do.
Can I name it?
Sure. It's your pet raven. Of course it has a name. It's always had that name. What's its name?
My pet raven's name is Bon Bon.
Well, yeah, of course it's Bon Bon. You've had Bon Bon like your whole life.
I got
You
a
can't quite remember who gave it to you, but it was a close family member, you think? You've always had Bon Bon. Remember back when you guys were going to do that adventure at that time and you had Bon Bon go deliver that letter? Absolutely, you all remember that time with Bon Bon.
At that thing! He was delivering.
Apparently, yeah.
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 As I endeavor to give Emma a gift that won't have Volko want to stab Evelyn.
Great, lovely. You love to see it.
That'll implant memories.
It's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
Bon Bon has always been here. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon says I have a Rick and Morty parrot.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I'm not gonna kill my messenger. I'm not gonna kill Bon Bon.
Of course you aren't. I mean, it's impossible to kill Bon Bon.
Also, I need you to come look at my stat.
Yeah, you can't kill Bon Bon.
14, 20, 20, 11.
Bon Bon is eternal.
Yep.
I'm becoming a god.
Bon Bon totally isn't a tiny sliver of the Crow God.
You're very ignorant god.
I get no bad vibes from that bird at all.
Not at all. It's just a raven named Bon Bon who belongs to Aveline.
Yeah.
It always has.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For real though, do I give bad vibes from that bird, or do I genuinely like think like, oh, that thing's always been there?
You genuinely think it's always been there, and under any scrutiny capable of by a mortal, it appears to be a normal mundane raven.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Aveline kind of pats Bonbon's head and said, Bonbon will deliver the wedding plans to you when need be. Simply need to go touch the stone in the middle of the market. Pray to send me a quick prayer, just, you know, like a little, hey, Aveline, we're ready to get married. You were totally right. And Bonbon will deliver these wedding plans to you, or you could say, hey, Aveline, right, please plan our entire wedding. And then, you know what? You just have to set a date and show up, and it will be ready.
Set a date and show up.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Aveline. Yeah, thanks.
I'm so proud of you both. I'm gonna check in on you guys in about a year, no matter what. Kind of write up your love story. It's what I do. I document love stories. Tell your friends about me though. Like, this is what I do. I have a knack for this kind of thing. And you know what? You can also, as a prank or as a gift, you can like set your friends up. Totally, whatever. Have both, and then she's gonna slap them both on the back, maybe a little harder than need be, and walk away.
That's a prank.
And notice Damon and Val there for the first time.
Damon looks almost horrified.
Volko also looks like a little intimidated, honestly.
Celeste gives you Celeste walks over and gives you a high five.
See? She's on my side.
Did you ask them to pray to you?
You know, I realized I have business. I have
Hold on, no.
No.
business.
Volko will like stand up.
Business. I have to go see business.
You can't outrun me, Aveline. It's best to just stay here.
I can outrun you, actually. Right hard, and then she like sprints right after she like cuts off. If I run, and then like she like dodges.
Not so fast, and Celeste snaps her fingers and the doors close.
Hey!
Oh,
The whole being on my side thing.
this really is you, Guildhall.
She has a lot of power here.
See, that's
Wait, what
the
is-
thing about that, dearie, is I like to be on the side that wins. And I can very much see who's going to win in this one.
But see, I'm trying to give Val space. I'm trying to be healthy. If they want to talk to me, I think you should let me leave.
I think I want to talk to you right now, Aveline.
No, thank you, Bonbon. Food. My pet Bonbon, the Bonbon that's always been here. I love feeding Bonbon. Where can I find Bonbons? Bonbon, I mean, Celeste.
I
What's a
just imagine
bonbon?
like when. I
And
imagine like
she like,
when
no, go ahead.
I imagine when Aveline realized she slipped up and Damon heard the word pray. It's just like that a freeze frame of just like an open out smile that just doing things where it's like, oh, just absolutely just freeze frame like. Nope. I fucked up.
Evelyn, why did you ask them to pray to you?
See, this conversation is not one that I'm interested in having, and I think that's a boundary for me. I think if you keep asking these questions, I'm just gonna have to walk away.
Talk, Aveline.
She's like holding her bird, and I'm imagining the bird as like this perfect little like loaf.
Bonbon is exactly what you want Bonbon to be. That's just what Bonbon can do. It's a completely normal thing for a raven.
Bonbon, it's not like a perfect circle. He's like just a little squishy, and his head's just like, and his eyes are just a little too big. He's a little baby. She's like holding him, and she's like, well, Bonbon. Sorry. And then she puts Bonbon on her shoulder. This doesn't feel like a conversation that would end well for you, for me, for Damon, Celeste.
It
And
seems
why is that?
necessary.
I'm really not sure. I wouldn't. I think. Oh, look at that over there, and then gonna try and walk away again.
Aveline,
Damon,
I will
is
move
this
in
your-
front of you.
Damon, is this your daughter?
it is.
Hmm.
Somehow.
Is she...
She likes to cause trouble from time to time.
I resent that statement.
No,
Actually,
what I was gonna ask, Because don't get me wrong, and I don't mean to assume, but the way the two of you are talking to her is both parent vibes, but
yeah,
she doesn't.
It's his
look-
kid.
Okay.
I like to think of Valko as my stepdad. Valko doesn't like to assume that. And she's hoping that this awkward silence will be enough to get her the fuck out.
Evelyn
None-
trying to get out of this non-specific excuse runs away.
Aveline, stop trying to change the subject.
Well, but you guys do. You both try and parent me.
This isn't about us right now. This is about you. Why are you having people pray to you? What? And why do you seem so dodgy about answering that question?
It's a joke. It's a joke, and I just didn't think you'd understand because you're so old.
Aveline,
Insight check.
I don't need one. Aveline,
I know I don't need one either, but hey.
I'll deceive. I'll actively try to deceive.
you have
Best
disadvantage
way to
on trying to
get
deceive
alcohol
Damon
is stop
specifically.
I partly wonder, would Ricard just be watching the window to see if this all happen?
I honestly hope that the rest of the party is just actually at the tavern and just like watching this shit go down.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Ricard's absolutely watching through the window. He's not stepping inside because the door's shut, but he's watching through the window.
Aveline, you specifically have disadvantage
It's
to
like-
try and lie to me.
Oh, I
Because
forgot
of-
that was an actual feature you have. I thought it was like I'm her dad. So,
Oh,
oh,
I have a
Okay.
feature. People have disadvantage when trying to lie to me.
Ooh.
No, you also have an Aveline feature. Remember,
Yeah.
whenever I'm doing some bullshit, you get a little like Aveline.
if you wish to make a contested check, you can.
I'll make a contested
Also,
check.
in the
I'll make all
going
the
back to Rukar,
What?
going back to Rukar, it's kind of like in those cartoons where there's like 3 characters peeking around the wall.
What is
It's
it?
the same with like
Spanish?
Rukar, and then Days above them, and then Akko above them.
Yeah, no, they got you on lock, Evelyn.
It's because it's a joke and you won't get it because you're old.
Aveline, I know when you joke. The old thing, that's a joke. Well, okay, it's not entirely a joke,
The Volko's just like growling at you.
but
Don't growl at me. Man, person thing.
Wow! Oh my god.
the praying thing wasn't a joke, and why don't you want to tell us about it?
Because you won't understand. Because you're because you won't understand. I don't understand, and I really.
Then help us understand.
I see. You have invested in not understanding me at every single point, and I really don't feel like I come out of this conversation.
Well, then tell me, Aveline. I try to understand you.
Yeah, but other dad doesn't.
I'm not your father.
Okay, tell that to the way you're speaking to me then. Anyway, and she'll turn to David. May have embarked on the God. Really hard and difficult. I've started the thing where people try to me and I'll matchmake them, and it's totally fine. It's not like a big deal. But that's like the first time I've really been trying it out, and it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's fine. If I happen to become a god, I won't like make you a baby. It'll be fine. Anyway, can
What?
You're trying to become a god.
I,
Why?
Do you even understand what you're trying to get into?
well, there's just not a whole lot of like, I don't know. There's a lot of unclaimed love in the world, and I would like to be a being that can spread as much love and happiness as possible. And I feel like if I can ascend to godhood and be someone that can just look down at the earth and go, wow, you guys are sad because you're sitting right next to each other, totally in love with each other, and just not doing anything about it, and I can just go, wow, and then help them on their way. Like, I don't know. I don't want anyone
The
to
Volko,
like me.
Volko pinches the bridge of his nose like she doesn't understand what she's trying to get into. Okay.
What was that last part you cut out, Emma?
I don't want anyone else to end up like me.
Evelyn.
No, don't Aveline me here. Look, I understand it's long and it's difficult, hard, and I understand that I don't really understand everything. But you guys get a choice. You guys
What
get
does
to
that
go
mean?
and marry who you want and love who you want and do what you want, and that's fine. You're not trapped. No one should end up trapped.
Evelyn,
No!
you.
I had a choice. I had a choice between an incredibly hard place and saving my city. That's not a choice. Not to someone who has, I don't know, any sort of empathy and morals.
In the girl's defense, we could use more positive deities. Have you seen one of the new ones? Just popped up out of nowhere. Fuck,
No.
it's scary.
It's
Is it-
not exactly.
New
New
deity.
Yeah.
The Volko will lean over to Damon. It was on the ship last night,
I'm sorry, they were what?
and we invited some of the other gods. That's why Garvon was there.
I understood Garvon was
Bloodlust.
there. What was that?
Is it bloodlust? Or
The drinker.
drink?
The drink.
Yes. I've met. Yes. Why should all of our gods be death and destruction?
And then Garvon popped in like, excuse you, I am a capitalist.
Excuse you, I sold nukes one time!
I forgot! We did buy them from Garvon!
You cause one catastrophe, and everyone thinks that you were. That's not what you were talking about. Anyway, goodbye.
You sell one genocidal weapon and suddenly everyone thinks you're a monster.
You sell bleach and ammonia to a person who you think is going to clean their house, and then they make mustard gas, and oh, it's your fault. Sorry, sorry. Go back to your scene. Go back to your scene.
What's the problem with wanting to bring happiness? What's the problem? I understand you have a problem with the gods. You don't have a problem with your god. I understand there's more to being a god than just doing what I am supposed to do under the domain that I wish to achieve. And I understand it's a long, hard road. But I'm not doing it through monetary means. I'm not doing it because I wish, I don't know, to rule the world. I want to do it because people deserve to be happy. They deserve to have friends. And they deserve to be loved. I fail to understand how you can be upset about this.
Evelyn, I'm not upset with you for trying to do this. I think your intentions are commendable. It's just, why would you try so hard to keep this from us?
I don't do very many things on the ship that garner praise. I don't make very many decisions that people find well thought through or good. Didn't think this one would be because of one, the initial reaction, and two, points at Valko. You still don't do you?
You cut out halfway through that. What was
You
that?
cut a lot of that, Emma.
Oh. She points at Valko. She's like, you still don't think I know what I'm doing, do you?
Not really.
Do you know what you're doing?
I do. I've had extensive conversations with
With?
With who?
an entity.
Ooh.
One of the other gods.
Yes.
Which one?
Valko.
Ooh.
With me, Valko.
No.
And Valko, you feel that same bright presence and can smell the growth and decay of plant life.
My
As-
cheeks are like
As the same woman from your dreams speaks to you.
Honest.
Me, Valko.
Damon will kind of bow to Ulanus.
She is not physically there.
Oh.
Is it only Volko that can hear her, or can the others?
The six of you find that everyone around you seems to be frozen.
Oh, okay.
The wind has stopped moving, and the birds have stopped crying. There is something that you must understand about all of this. And yes, to answer your question, all six of you can hear her.
Mm-hmm.
All of us have a part of chaos. There's nothing that we can do about that. Chaos is what gives us the ability to do anything. And so, Aveline, you have been talking to all of us without realizing it. Every time any of you speaks with Crow, we are all there, whether we like it or not. And with a little side eye to Valko, I feel like that's probably a mention of Tinwy. I personally would not mind another positive force at our table. Especially after so long of not having someone at that particular seat.
Was there one before?
There were many gods before. We used to number in the hundreds. Not anymore. I must explain myself. Because I do not and should not interfere with your day-to-day matters. That is not my job. We are not to interfere with your free will. But I'm scared of what will happen if you all aren't able to complete your journey and save this world. And it will require all of you trusting each other. I don't want to see you all fall apart. I suppose that's selfish of me. I was mortal once too. All of us were, except for Crow. That's why they're so strange. They don't understand what it's like to be mortal.
I understand.
I have a question.
Of course.
You said there used to be hundreds of gods. I'm aware of the death of Metis. Did the rest of them die too?
No. In the year of your birth, Damon, there were still only 6 of us. This was many centuries ago. Before the Devil Kings decided that they wanted our positions.
The Devil Kings.
The Devil Kings. The Devil Kings, who are they?
They were the rulers of... Well, I think a bit more of an explanation is in order. Come. And she will sweep her hand, and the entire background is replaced with an endless white nothing. And a coffee table with comfy chairs.
We'll go to sit down.
As will Damon.
You okay?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, oh, this is happening now.
Yeah.
We were on this island for like a few hours. What the fuck happened?
It's been 5 minutes, you know?
Listen, one of the gods who's most like, God, I really hope they succeed, is just like, oh my god, they're fighting again. I have to do something before one of them stabs each other.
The most important question is Yulon is a Valko Damon shipper.
Wait, say that again?
Can you ask that, like, right now, out loud?
Is Yulon a Damon Valko shipper, okay?
Is that an Emma question or an Aveline question?
Which one do you want it to be?
Well, that really depends on what you want it to be. Do you want to be asking this in canon, or are you asking me, the DM?
I think Aveline, as everyone's sitting down, just kind of slowly, like, walks up, like, very quickly runs up to Yulon, whispers in her ear, I just need to know. I just need to know. Just nod. Yes or no. Are you... Hold on. What's the ship name, guys? Is it Dalgo?
What?
God, no. Okay. I shit you not. I have thought about this. There's no good combination.
I think it's Vayman.
Wait, hold on. Is it everyone in this whiteboard or just these three specifically?
All 6 of you are here, and you remember you don't have to combine their names. Their ship name could always be first mates.
Oh my god, that's right! Or no, they'd be captains, because they've both been captains sometimes.
But anyway.
Oh man.
She'll just walk up to Yulon and just quickly whisper in your ear. Just nod, yes or no. Are you on the same page as me that those two, and she points at Damon, points at Valko, belong together, and those two, points at Akko, points at Viz, belong together?
She will laugh. It is a combination of tinkling of wind chimes and the shuffling of dead soil to your ears, and reply, my dear, that is what the domain you are aspiring for. I find it hard to look at anyone, see past their life, the arc of their life, birth to death.
Great, so in the arc of their...
The emotional aspect of that is I am blind to.
Oh.
Wait,
I am not trying to be coy. I am merely incapable of it.
That's fair. You know, some people are just like that.
Section erase, yo.
Yeah, wait, like, acting out of character, are there, like, actual seats to sit down in, or...
Oh, yeah, no, there's a collection of comfy chairs around this table.
Yeah, we'll kind of make
it... No, Yulonis isn't ace. She's literally incapable because that's not her domain.
We'll kind of make this way over to a chair and look over at Valko. We've been here for, like, roughly an hour. What the hell happened?
No, we've been here for an hour. I spent an hour matchmaking in the garden, in the market.
Aveline wants to become a god.
Well, we didn't need to...
Why did that fill me with dread? Why did that fill me with a sense of dread? Why did that terrify me so?
How do you think the rest of us became gods? And she will sit down and take a sip of the tea that you now realize is there.
What do you mean the tea was always there?
No, Yulonis doesn't mess with your memory.
Ah, fair.
Is it chosen?
What did you say, Drex?
Yeah. Akko asked it if they were chosen.
No. We all aspired in one way or another. Most of us didn't know what we were aspiring for. Crow has only been so cavalier in recruiting in the last couple millennia, trying to refill after everyone died.
You said the old gods didn't die.
No, she did. They
okay.
Like they died when the Demon Kings invaded. Maybe I misspoke. Anyway, apologies. But when I was immortal, I spent a good 500 years studying what life truly was and what death really means. I learned a lot that nobody had ever considered before. And once I had achieved a certain level of, I guess, proficiency, I unknowingly passed the test that Chaos had set before me at Earth. Unfortunately, I can't just tell everybody what I know. And she'll open her mouth and is talking, but you all can't hear as she describes the helix coil of DNA and the degradation cycle of a dead body and how it, the myriad ways that life is continued through death, the atomic structure and cellular structure of a human body, all these things. I have to wait until the rest of the world catches up for most of it. I just told everybody, I guess. Well,
I'm sorry, atoms?
no, she was saying the words. None of your characters could hear or understand what she was saying. For the players, she was describing atomic and cellular structure, DNA, and all these kinds of things.
Aku's like just staring at Yulon is weird with like all of these redacted words. Like, how are you making those noises with your mouth? How? Wait.
Some information just ends up withheld and distorted. Volkov shrugs. He's been there.
And Bephalin was the first being to ever institute. Bephalin was the first being to ever institute funerary rites and to care for the dead. When she died, she found herself ruling over them, having passed the test. In this day and age, people are allowed to actively attempt the test, but it is more dangerous. Anyway, you all had asked me a question. Oh, yes. The Devil Kings. This world is small compared to others, and again side-eyes Valko when she says that. There are only a small number of sections to it. There is the material plane where you all live. The hells, where devils and demons live, and the heavens, where we live. The Fey realm, and the afterlife. The devils wanted to take the heavens for themselves. Why? I don't know. Some people just want what isn't theirs. They were all humans too, you know. Or humanoid, or mortals, that's the word. They were all mortals too, at some point. They passed different tests. Takes a sip of tea.
Interesting.
Was one of those kings you mentioned Belthrax?
He is the one survivor.
Survivor? Are the Demon Kings also dead?
He is the only Devil King left. They didn't win, else my siblings and I wouldn't be here.
That is a dreary knowledge to live with.
But he rules over land, or a plane way much too vast for him to control. There are many of their ilk that run around rulerless. doing whatever they want. I suppose I shouldn't be so cavalier. That's just what free will is.
Yes, but anarchy's not often a good solution for free will.
Oh, I'm sure it's not anarchy. They have their leaders and and structures and all that they build. It's like, you know, anyway.
Oh my
We
god.
DM is rebooting.
Are you okay, Yulon? What was that?
You literally see her like static out for a couple seconds. When you've been alive for all of creation, sometimes maintaining a physical form is difficult.
Is it a T? Is it a T?
Anyway, they just don't have enough enough devil kings to directly control all of them. So they have mortal ones. The devil kings took a much more direct approach on their peoples than we do, and are able to. Do you have any other questions?
If someone were to want to break into the governor's mansion here,
I don't think that's the kind of question
would they
she meant.
go about doing that?
I would pray to my scaled brother for an army perhaps to lay siege to the city. Sips tea.
I think you're cool.
Aveline, how serious are you about wanting to become a god?
Extremely.
He'll meet your eyes to just try to garner how serious you are when you're saying that.
She's like hard, like her eyes are hard. She looks at Valko with a level of not contempt, but an absence of affection. And
Stern and hard expression.
quite a lot of like
He holds your gaze, measuring your response both verbally and non-verbally. Is quiet for a couple beats before he just sighs, like, be careful.
I am. Careful. I mean.
Well, if nobody else has anything else they'd like to say, she takes the soup over the table, waiting before continuing.
I don't know if Bukar would have anything to add. If you're just too stunned that everything's going on here. And you only been on the island for like from a few minutes to an hour. Over an hour at this point.
Chaos is not a fool, and it recognizes that its presence has been detrimental to your efforts. So from this point on, I am your liaison. If you have a question or wish for a boon, I'm the one who you should call. I
What
can't.
if we
Hmm?
But what if we want to speak?
then I would make sure that all of you are okay with it collectively. Ask me, and I will let it know.
Understood.
I can't grant any boon you ask for, but I am interested in you succeeding. So I'll do my... And you find that you are back in the exact same positions that you were before time stopped. Who all drank tea?
I did.
I think Damon
Arco did. Arco finished his cup, actually. He was too deep into listening.
I probably didn't.
Is
Would
Rukar?
Rukar sip tea?
Is
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's. I'm
But
trying to think. I'm trying to think.
Probably.
I think Rukar might take like one sip just out of politeness.
I need a definite answer from Biz.
Biz would to keep up appearances and be polite.
Everybody who took a sip of tea, note down on your character sheets. The next death saving throw you make will be at advantage,
Ooh.
Oh.
as you are given a boon.
Oh.
And Valko Yulon and they take a sip. Fun.
It's fine.
Uh huh.
he can't die anyways.
Exactly. I'm not dying anytime soon. It's not happening.
What a time to make a split timeline. Anyway, yeah, you find that you are back in the Pirates Guild Hall. Sound has returned, and Celeste is looking at the three of you. Well, I don't know what happened, but you seem a lot more chill. Are you good, or are we gonna have to replace tables again? And
Fine.
you look over and it's like, yeah, all these tables are like patched together several times.
I wasn't going to fight her.
I would certainly hope not.
I don't know. I've spoken to each of you collectively probably 20 minutes. Except for Damon.
That's fair. You don't really know them. Yeah. Not really
Well,
the fisticuffs type for that kind of situation.
We're fine now.
Well, let's get your friends outside in for a drink then, and she will open the doors. Where the three of you? Where exactly were you looking in from?
Left window.
First thing first, I have to ask the question. Did we like from the other three that were standing to the window? Did we get the left and Gil situated in a room first, or did we all just collectively go over to the
Cheryl? Yeah, Cheryl, Cat Gill, and Ferris, and what's his name? That pirate you guys adopted are all in the tavern, or all in the inn.
Zorn.
Zorn, thank you.
Okay.
Zorn,
cool,
like
cool.
the creature that eats metal. Got it.
Cool,
Maybe that's how I
cool,
named
cool.
him, actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and making sure that no one like we
Yeah.
we still didn't have Celeste with us.
That was the
We
first
become-
thing you guys did. They are situated. And
That
Gil
would
is a
just
cat.
be another like awkward family reunion in the middle of all this.
I mean, Cheryl's also disguised as Minnie Aveline, so...
That is also yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, Rukar walked in through the door if it's open now because Celeste did like this.
So
Never
hold on,
figured
before you do that, so you guys were all leaning against the window to look in?
Yeah, I would say like if the where would you say the front entrance to this area would be?
It's against like the main road here.
Okay, so up here. So would there be like windows up the side of the entrance?
There's plenty of windows, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be standing through one of the windows next to the entrance.
The window opens, and anybody who is leaning against it kind of falls in.
So the windows open inward, and the three of us just fall in.
Yep.
There's Otto, get off of me!
What are you three doing?
Yeah, Akko does.
Did you say Akko dies?
No, Akko does get off of the car. It's like,
Oh,
It's also
that was the second time you sat on my back.
Well,
Okay, but the first time you were in zero gravity, so I shouldn't have felt anything.
Anyway, what did Damon say?
what are you three doing? What?
Watching.
I don't
Watching.
know what I expected. That's on me.
Yeah.
well, come on. Up you get. Let's all have a drink and talk. Sounds like we've all got lots of stories to share.
Who is that talking?
Celeste,
No, it's the left.
Oh, okay.
can't you tell
Yeah,
from my
because-
slight British accent that I am one of all of Kay's characters that has slight British accents? Including Akko when he's muted?
Well, Akko's acting when
I was about to say,
fluctuate.
Akko points and
Akko's acting when director's muted is a roulette wheel.
True.
Fair.
But yeah, Rukar gets up and walks to the table.
then Akko points at Celeste and goes, "Hey, I got the same accent when I get a little tired."
I'll be honest, I have no idea what you just said. Are you Scottish?
I think they're Norwegian.
I actually have no idea what you said.
He's French, I think. I don't know what that means, but
So, I'm guessing you want to know about all the weird people in the succubus.
yeah,
She sits down at a long table and
I'd like to know about that. Yeah,
uh,
it seems like there's some sort of cult in this town.
oh, Damon, I wish it was a cult. No,
Gosh,
my
it's worse.
friend.
It's an MLM.
Bureaucracy. Governor Maladai, though most of the folks around town don't know or believe it, has got fiend blood in him. And I'm not just saying that to be racist, because he's a tiefling. No, he's direct descendant from one of them fiends down in the hills. And I think he's pulling strings to get some of them fuckers up here as his employees. That's how he's able to do all of this shit. That's why he's got a succubus as his goddamn secretary.
Apologies if you said this before, but by shit, what do you mean? What's been going on?
He, in his 10 years as the governor, he has overhauled the entire island. Massive projects, signing deals with all kinds of folk from merchant guilds and lone traders to smugglers and pirates that wouldn't go and... GM is reloading. That would never
I think, like,
get caught dead
just one-
signing a deal with an honest person. Sorry, what's up?
Yeah, Celeste took a break and like, give me a second, and just took a sip of the booze she was drinking before, like, okay, continuing.
He even got a nearby sea elf clan that's notorious for being isolationist to sign a trade deal. And he's got some of them dwarves from the Lonely Mountain here as as artisans and guards.
How long ago did that happen?
A couple years ago, I think. Long enough for them to have set up a forge and workshop on the rim of the volcano.
The Lonely Mountain. Has news traveled here of what's happened there?
News
I
ain't
imagine
really
it does.
traveling anywhere with Croc on the oceans.
The Lonely Mountain is dead. It's a ghost town now.
You're
Zombie
fucking.
town, more like.
You're fucking.
Zombie town.
No.
It wasn't fun.
Several
the-
months back after we left here,
I've been there
and
twice.
there was the first place we went, and there was, I think we found one person alive in the entire city.
Yep.
Fuck.
Most of the other residents are just zombie dwarves.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they were easily
Other than-
dispatchable.
other than- yeah,
apart
other than
from
the-
one of them.
Yeah. Other than the automatons that were just wandering around and joining the zombie dwarves.
Well, no, I can't say news of that has reached. There goes that fucking thing.
What plan?
I was hoping to try to convince the kind of ambassador, ambassador, to pick up shop and leave, head back home. We wouldn't have to deal with them, but if the mountain's full of the undead, I mean, yeah, they'll try to go back, but not without an army. Oh fuck, not without an army. Don't tell the governor. Don't tell anybody else about the mountain.
Okay.
Alright.
Because if he thinks it'll get him in good with them dwarves, I bet he'll summon a devil or help them. And we don't need that. We don't need to deal with that along with everything else.
Uh-oh, who did we lose? We lost that much. Welcome back.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
Yeah. We lost someone and they came back.
Okay.
Hello, Emma.
Right. So anyway, they're all shapeshifted to look like people, but all of those folks in the weird outfits and the sword pins are all his people that just showed up out of nowhere one day, but he questions it. Honestly, feels like I'm the only person on the island that didn't know that they were always there.
So is he?
And don't get me wrong, for the average person here, he's done great. He's done wonderful things. I got no interest in taking him out of office. But for some reason, he's defending that fucking succubus like she's his sister. And she ain't. I checked.
Okay.
I
Well,
was about to say.
How did you check that?
I asked him. I'm very perceptive.
Fair enough.
alright.
Anything else we should keep tight-lipped about while we're here?
I don't know how you all would feel about this. It's probably a bit up in the air on whether adventuring types like yourselves would feel a moral obligation or not. But, well, obviously you can smell it, right? And all of the... It's more than a volcano should be smelling like. All the sulfur and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all of them. But
That's what I've been smelling.
there's a lot of fiends on this island. So you might be thinking, how do they keep that secret? And keep people from noticing, other than the weird... whatever the fuck it made them think that they've always been here. He organizes demon hunts. Every once in a while, I don't have proof of this, but I know he's doing it. He'll have one of his subordinates go to the mountain and summon demons to attack the town, so that his guards and all that can play the hero, hunt down the demon, and save the town, and explain why it smells like the hells around him. Because he claims that there's some portal in the volcano that they can't close. Or they just keep showing up, or they're born from the magma, or whatever. But I know it's him bringing them here. Because if there was an actual incursion, why would one hellhound, or one fucking whatever those weird tentacly ones show up by itself and then go running all over the place, not really doing anything? They're not people, but I don't think they're that stupid. Oh, there was a demon hunt the day you all were supposed to come here and meet me. I heard about it, all them guards running around. Hell, half the time they put bounties on the things.
That wasn't
Is
a
that-
demon.
Is that demon hunt still in effect?
Don't
That-
think so. I heard that they killed it.
Wow.
He's not dead. He's with us, and he's not a demon.
Is the cat in the vicinity?
The cat is in the inn with Cheryl.
Different inn.
The he's of a race of people called the Thrycreen, not demons. Certainly
From-
not locals. And he's from very far away, but he's far from a bad character.
You tell me the fucker's organizing demon hunts on people too. Fuck.
It would seem so.
Alien should be more of a describer.
Well, now you got me wondering how many of these demons were just polymorphed people or something like that. But he definitely is summoning demons. Covering up all this shit.
That's concerned.
Never enough to cause a problem, but enough to get all the people riled up, you know.
Yeah.
Sounds like you want to do plenty about it. Guessing you have plans.
I'm all fine with him doing his thing as long as it doesn't blow the town up and we all can continue our way of life. We make a pretty good profit working for him. I want that murdering bitch dead. Not stabbed and sent back to the hells. Dead.
How would you do that?
Got a little bit of something special. Just for it. And
Does it have to do with those weapons you're carrying?
as you ask that, she pats the pistols on her chest. Found these in an ancient ruin.
Oh.
They seem powerful.
They are, It's not.
Wait, they're pistols?
They are pistols.
Oh,
They,
shit.
they look to be in a more flintlock style, but as you look at them, they're not just pistols. They are heavily reinforced pistols, like physically, with axe heads coming out of the fronts,
Ooh.
so that they could be used as melee weapons and ranged weapons. Now, the against your average person, you and I, yeah, they hit a bit harder than normal, and I can do some cool things with it. But here's the important thing: I got these appraised by some wizard. This one, and she pats the one that is glowing white, can permanently kill fiends.
Oh,
That's certainly.
well, does it have some
nice.
celestial magic weaved into it?
Sorry, what would you ask?
Does it have some celestial magic of some sort weaved into it? Or is it like another magic property?
Listen, I'm no wizard. I don't know what old kind of enchantments it is, but I found it in this fancy temple way underwater. Both of them, actually. Clutched in the hands of a couple corpses.
Huh. Can I get a slight arcana check to
I
find
thought
out
you were going to
what
say
kind of
sleight of
magic is
hand
under
check
it?
for a second.
No.
I want
I'm
them.
yanking
They're
them.
mine now.
My pistols.
For the captain!
You can make a
Shiny.
religion check on these pistols.
Religion. Religion. Holy shit. Religion check.
Ooh,
That's
with a
funny.
dirty 20. Hako, you think you do recognize these pistols as something you've read about
Ooh.
in an ancient tome back in the Kylandroi. These are a style of weapon that was forged in a particular war that you were just told about, between the literal heavens and hells, as a means to for angelics to kill fiends, and vice versa. You think the other pistol would be able to permanently kill angelics, like angels and planetars.
Ah.
They're not
forgot
especially
that.
powerful in and of itself, but the fact that they can put down those particular creatures is where their true strength lies.
Yeah. Alco kind of under his breath just goes, oh, so that's why Belthrax is the only survivor. Oh. Yeah, just some curiosity musings.
Volko,
Yeah.
you feel a sense of dread from your
Okay.
hip.
Okay.
You feel like if you chose to. Well, let's just say Black Razor seems scared of both pistols.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, both pistols can kill him, and then.
Noted. I don't think Volko acknowledges it like mentally, but doesn't like react to it, I think.
So my plan is to get my revenge while disrupting the town as little as possible. Here's what I had in mind. And that is where we are going to cut today's session.
Oh.
Man. What a ride.
Thank you all so very much for coming. I have been your Undead Game Master for the evening. It's been a while since I've done that bit. And big thanks to all of my lovely players. Without them, this would all be impossible. Big thanks to Rin for the raid. Thanks to Ruse, my lovely, ever-present mod. And thank you to everybody who's watching this now or in the future. Thank you all so very much for coming. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good
Oh
time.
boy.